Hello everyone, this is Cooking with Matthew. Today we're going to be doing some firecracker shrimp. I've got me some just regular flour here. Let me see if the camera maybe a little bit. Got me some regular just self-rising flour here. I'm going to season up just a little bit of Cajun seasoning in there. I'm going to hit the shrimp with a little Cajun seasoning. I'm going to stir that up. Stir the flour up real good, and I'm going to stir the shrimp up. Make sure we get a little bit of that seasoning on the shrimp and the flour. Then we're going to come over here. I've got another plate. I've got this breading station set up. I have to bring the camera over to show you. We're going to get some just regular breadcrumbs. You can use panko. You can just use another flour bath, whatever you decide you want to use. This is 12 ounces of shrimp. Well, I got the Gulf shrimp. I opted for them. They had them Chinese or Indonesian shrimp there. So what we're going to do next, I've got this breading station set up. So then I got, well, one last thing. I got one farm fresh egg that my chickens gave me today. And I'm going to pour a little bit of milk in here. We're going to just pour a little bit of milk. This is going to be to coat the shrimp into the panko. I got a 3-stage process where I bread these shrimp. So then we're going to just get a little fork. We're going to mix that egg in there, let it milk real good. And then fork over there. So then I'm going to go ahead and make my firecracker sauce up while I got it good and ready. So we're gonna not put much seasoning in this. It's gonna be I'll make enough sauce to last a minute. This stuff will last a good while in the refrigerator. It's gonna be a half teaspoon of onion powder, half teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to get my kosher salt. We'll put a this over here. I won't spill more now than what I need. 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. So if you got iodized, I will go with a half of one. It's a teaspoon. Alright, so then I got some ground ginger. Where'd I put the ground ginger? Right here. I'm going to go ahead and go with a full teaspoon of the ground ginger. That's going to go in there. Then I'm going to go with one tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar. You want to, sugar. I need sugar. Let me write this stuff down while I've got it going on. That was 1/4 teaspoon. Quarter. Oh wow. Let's see. See, I should have just made this up and gave it to y'all. Let's see, half teaspoon onion powder, or 1/4 teaspoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of apple cider, and 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of the kosher salt and 1 teaspoon of the ground ginger. Alright, so I've got that. Now I need to go get my sugar. Now we're going to get us a little sugar over here. We'll do 2 tablespoons of sugar. Alright, so now you want to whisk this stuff together. That's the apple cider sort of help cut it a little bit. I'm going to have to put a little more apple cider with it. I was trying to, or I could just start adding my hot sauce in here. That'll help me with it. So I'm going to, I usually make a lot of this when I make it. This is the smallest batch I've ever made. I usually use sriracha, but I hadn't got none, so I'm going to use some of this. We're going to go with 3 tablespoons of the Crystal's hot sauce. Stir that stuff around. You want to just try to make sure that all this stuff gets mixed together well, and liquid is going to help with all that. Getting these little granules out. You don't want that little weird feel in your mouth. So then I'm going to go over here with the maypoi. You can use other sweet chilies if you want. I'm glad I got the maypoi. It's the best. It ain't quite the same without it. 1, 2, and we'll do equal parts of that. 3. There's a lot of little ingredients that goes into this. So I got that took care of. Now I need to get the base, which is going to be the mayo. I just had the mayo. Right here we go. Just open up a brand new container. I'll put a cup of mayonnaise in there. I don't think that's going to fit in there. Nope. It's a good try. I'm used to using the big jars. I'm going to use 1 cup of mayo. May end up putting 1.5 cups in there. We're going to see, because like I said, I've never made a batch this small. I've got it in my head how to make a big batch of it, like a gallon or 2 of it, about 1.5 gallons. We don't need that much so here. I've only got 12 ounces of shrimp here. I'm going to mix this all together now. See what we're looking like. It's looking right. It's looking like firecracker sauce. And I could use a little more sweet chili possibly. I'm gonna leave it be. That was so I got that together. Now we're just going to do our bread. Let's see if I got my grease hot enough over here for my shrimp to fry. I need it at 350. Yeah, we're a little bit above 350 right now, so we're good. I'm going to show y'all this breading station I got going on over here. Alright, so got my shrimp. You're going to put them in the bread and I'm going to straight the flour. Then we'll go over to the egg wash. Which was just a little bit of milk and a little bit of egg. Nothing more. You can put some hot sauce in that, or you can even just use straight buttermilk. Straight buttermilk's good. And I'm gonna come over here and get my shrimp. Over here in this breadcrumbs. Now you want to wash your hand off before you start messing in breadcrumbs. If you do not, you'll mess up a lot of breadcrumbs. You'll be going through a lot of them if you don't get all that flour, that egg wash off of them. You want a clean pair of hands whenever you're going into these breadcrumbs. So you look, they're nice and good and coated. Just regular breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs are a lot better because they hold up once you put the sauce on them. You can actually let them sit there for a minute, where you can't do that with like just flour. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the rest of this in the process, because once these shrimp start frying, they're gonna fry pretty quick. And I'm gonna just fry all these up. It's gonna be my dinner tonight, looks like. You can get you some stir fry or something like that with this too. It'll be fine with some good old stir fry rice, fried rice, and whatever else you want. This little sauce is good with sushi if you're making sushi at the house. Alright, so I got the shrimp in that. So what I'm fixing to do now, get my hand washed off like I told y'all. Paper towels. Get me a plate here. This is fixing to go pretty quick, guys. Fixing to have dinner quick. Alright, so now I'm going to put me some paper towels down this plate. Put this plate over here. Now I'm going to start throwing these little shrimp in the hot grease. You can, like with these breadcrumbs, what I like about them, you can go ahead and bread these things ahead of time. And just say you got a little party coming over, you can go ahead and bread these things with these breadcrumbs. Now if you got flour, it won't work, but if you do them just like I just did it with the egg wash or buttermilk with this flour and these breadcrumbs, you can go ahead and bread these things and have them sitting in the refrigerator. As long as they're not stacked up sitting on top of each other. You can have them sitting out flat on a little plate or a tray or something, and then when people start coming in, you can start frying them up. And you can have your mess already cleaned up, and you have fresh fried shrimp ready to go for your guests. I'm probably going to have to use some more breadcrumbs, even though I have followed the protocol and washing my hands and making sure it just wasn't quite enough breadcrumbs here. You want to wash your hand every time before you go into them breadcrumbs. If you don't, you have a big old clumpy mess. You use 3 times the amount of breadcrumbs. I'm already having used more, and I've been washing my hands. So here we go. Toss these around. I want to still get some more. I'm going to just pour some on here. There's definitely more breadcrumbs than I thought I was going to need. Could have used a bigger plate. That would have helped out too. Wash my hands. And get these little shrimp over here. It don't take them long to fry. Now if they're bigger, these was like, I don't know, I think 30 something 40s. So these things will fry pretty quick. Popcorn will fry even quicker. I was gonna get the jumbo ones. I probably should have. I could have got the jumbo ones for about the same price. They just had they had the hull on them. I should have got them anyway. I like them big old jumbo shrimp, and that's what I could have got for the pretty much the same price in 12 ounces. Like I said, I opted for the Gulf shrimp. The Gulf shrimp's better. You go down the beach though, most of that isn't Gulf shrimp. Most of that Indian shrimp that like Walmart had. Walmart had a choice. And the Gulf shrimp wasn't that much more expensive. But when when you're buying volume, it ends up costing a lot more money. If you're just buying a pound or two or three, let's go ahead and go with the Gulf shrimp. Support American fishermen, and it's just better quality than that farm-raised Indonesian stuff. I got them going. Hey, it actually surprised me, this crystal. I may start using crystals from now on. It's a Louisiana hot sauce, you know. Like I said, I usually use the sriracha, but that crystal's good with it. We're getting these shrimps. They're looking good and golden brown. Like I said, these things will hold a while too if you cook them like this. Even if you toss them in the shrimp or even toss them in the sauce, because once you toss them in the sauce and you got that just flour bread on them, it's game over. Or even maybe cornmeal. I don't know. I haven't tried the cornmeal, but I'm thinking the cornmeal, even with the like the Zatarain stuff, it's probably going to fall off. This stuff makes a thick, crunchy coating. Very nice texture. Stir them around a little bit. Go ahead and get the rest. I'm going to pour some more panko on top of these. They're just so be ready for some panko. You need a bunch of panko if you're breading a lot of these shrimp. I just used about a fourth of a container or a half of one just on these 12 ounces. But you want them good and coated. You want to make sure they're good and coated. Like I said, these things will hold up in the refrigerator. Probably almost a day. I wouldn't recommend breading them a day ahead, but I mean they'll almost hold up a day in that refrigerator already breaded. They for sure hold up several hours. Alright, so now I'm going to get the rest of my shrimp in here. I wish Mom was here. She was saying she wanted some of these things the other day, and I've been wanting to do a video on these for a minute. I just hadn't got around doing it yet. Alright, so I got that. I'll put this over here and put it in my trash can here in a little bit. Go ahead and get somewhat cleaned up. So then we get us a bowl. We get us a little bit of sauce. Like I said, you may want to double or triple this sauce depending on. I'll see how much this does. This is 12 ounces of shrimp I cooked. I went ahead and put a nice little bit in there. Then we're going to just dump our shrimp inside the bowl. I'm going to try to be a little bit more gentle with them than that big ass spoon. If you got some gloves, it'd be better to hand toss these things, or you can just dip them. And I'm just going to gently hand toss these things. Here we go. Firecracker shrimp, them things are delicious. I'll tell you what. So I'm fixing to give you the recipe. We got a quarter teaspoon of onion powder, quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. No, a half teaspoon of kosher salt. No, it was 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. 1 teaspoon, and it's going to be a half of one if you're using, you do a half one if you're using iodized salt. 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Now, if you don't like the vinegar taste, cut it in half. But you really need that to sort of blend up some of that, because the mayonnaise won't do it. You can cut, because it's got a little bit of you can taste the vinegar a little bit, so it could be cut in half if you want to do that. 2 tablespoons of white sugar, 3 tablespoons of sweet chili, 3 tablespoons of hot sauce. Now you can adjust the hot sauce and all that if you decide you want it hotter. These are just about perfect for me. They could be a little hotter, but I like them the way they are. And I just want to thank everybody for viewing the channel today. And if you like what you've seen, like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a blessed day.